Fellow film fans, what up? It's your boy Tay, and this is Tay Talks Talkies. Creed 3 is officially in theaters, directed by Michael B. Jordan, his first attempt at directing, and he succeeds with flying colors. Creed 3 is excellent. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to keep it brief. I'm going to keep it spoiler free. Let's go. Usually in trilogies, the original first film is the best. I'm happy to say that Creed 3 is actually, in my opinion, the best of the three. The only thing holding it back being the absence of Sylvester Stallone as Rocky. This was the thing that really held it back from being an absolute incredible movie, for me at least. But I thought Michael B. Jordan, the whole cast, the story, I know Ryan Coogler helped with the story. I thought everything was great, and it was actually the best, most heartfelt, most entertaining of the three Creed movies. And I thought the first one was quite good. The second one was perfectly fine as well, and then the third one kind of blew me away. Michael B. Jordan's good. I don't think he's necessarily the most exceptional actor, but I think he's really good. His directing was fantastic. The coherence of the way that the story was told, I thought was done really well. The pacing, the timing, the way that narrative beats were being hit, I thought it all flowed really well and it all made perfect sense for the characters and their development within that story. Tessa Thompson, she's great as well. She is never really bad in anything I've ever seen, and she delivers a really solid performance here. I was really impressed with the amount of sign language being used in this movie. It's really impressive that Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan have learned and memorized that much hand signaling, and it really made for some heartfelt, endearing scenes with their daughter. And the little girl that played their daughter, she did fantastic as well. Usually little kid actors can be a little hit or miss, but she was pretty damn good. She had some really funny faces she would make to emote because she is deaf, and really made for some heartfelt scenes. Speaking of heartfelt, Felicia Rashad gave her most riveting performance in her entire career. It was fantastic. I thought the best acting in this whole movie was due to Felicia Rashad, and some really heavy scenes, particularly one scene towards the end, and really heavy stuff, really good, really believable action going on screen. The other standout acting-wise, Jonathan Majors. He was pretty much the only good thing about Ant-Man Quantumania, and he is such a standout in this movie. He delivers a much more rich and riveting performance, a performance which made me feel really ambiguous about how to feel about that character. I really was drawn to him and his charisma, but there were things that he did in the movie where you feel morally confused on if you should be liking this guy or not. But Jonathan Majors brings such charisma, such power and believability to his role, and I thought he was probably the best part of this entire movie. His performance as Dame, combined with the action scenes, the fighting scenes that we got to see with Michael B. Jordan behind the camera, I thought that the way he tried to design it like an anime was fantastic. The shots of his eyes seeing a hole somewhere and him exploiting it, especially in the end, the climactic fight scene, I really felt like I was watching a Dragon Ball Z type of scene, especially with a certain blow that happens. It really feels like the way the character reacts, it feels like an over-the-top anime reaction. So I really enjoyed that, and it made me feel like out of the three movies, this by far had the best boxing scenes. As far as boxing credentials, I like what they do with these movies. They really try to add as many real boxers as they can. We got cameos from Canelo Alvarez as himself. We have Tony Bellew back playing Pretty Ricky Conlon. We have Jose Benavidez Jr. playing a character in this movie, Felix Chavez, I believe. That leads me to the most unbelievable thing about the movie, which is that Jose Benavidez Jr. is supposed to be a heavyweight champion when my man could never fight at that weight. But other than that, I thought everything about this movie felt really authentic. There's Showtime boxing involved, and it all adds to this authenticity to the movie that really makes it feel like real fights are happening. I found the relationship between Dame and Adonis, their characters, found that really compelling, and the way that their story and flashbacks related to their past is woven into the narrative. I thought that was really well done. things like that just made this movie feel greater than the sum of its parts. It felt like I was watching a really seasoned director, and it was Michael B. Jordan's first crack at it. But because he's so involved, he's so invested into this character and this story, he really lived up to the moment, and he made a great product. I think Creed 3 is really high quality, one of the best Rocky-related movies in the entire Rocky-verse. And yeah, it's a really, really good movie. I think you should go see it in theaters on the biggest possible screen you could see it. It's really exciting, exhilarating. The only thing holding it back, really, Sylvester Stallone not being in it as Rocky. Rocky was a big character that grounded the first two movies, connected the first two movies. Rocky is a large reason why Adonis was able to become the fighter he is. Rocky trained him in the first and second movies, so they should have at least tried to have him at the fight at the end, something like that, but no Rocky, just a mention or two of him. But other than that, fantastic. I'm really impressed, and I think you'll like Creed 3. Go check it out in theaters. That's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe, share, anything means the world to me, and I will see you guys soon. Tay out.